All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's now put the spotlight on fintech startup Kiwi, which has secured $24 million in a Series B funding round that was led by Vertex Ventures. In fact, the fresh capital will now help the company accelerate perhaps its product growth journey while also strengthening its unit economics. Now, Kiwi, remember, which pioneered the concept of credit on UPI in India, is now aiming big, and the company is targeting issuing 1 million Rupay cards by 2027. And of course, to talk about that and much, much more, I'm now joined by Anup Agarwal, the co-founder and CEO of Kiwi. Thank you very much, Anup, for taking the time out and speaking to us here on ET Now. First things first, congratulations, in fact, on the Series B fundraise that you have just gotten. How do you plan to deploy this $24 million, and what are going to be the top priorities when you deploy this funding?
Thanks for having me here. So the way we are going to deploy the capital, I think Kiwi exists for only one reason. The reason is to accelerate adoption of credit on UPI. And we have started our journey with credit card on UPI first, and hence the milestone of hitting 1 million cards in the next 2 years. So the capital will be deployed in two fronts. One is obviously growing the current PMF product, which we have identified as a UPI credit card on UPI. So that's where the fund will go. And the second is accelerating product development on other products like credit line on UPI. That will be our major focus area for the next 2 years.
Vivek, in with this round.
So currently we are targeting, with credit card on UPI, we are targeting the customers who already have a credit card, but basically they are jumping around two payments mode, which is one is UPI for their daily use or everyday use, and credit card for high ticket purchases. So we want to integrate that experience and make it much more seamless and much more delightful as an experience. So our go-to right now, the target segment is credit card users. But as we expand and into new product lines, which is credit line on UPI, our target segment will become increasingly new to credit card consumers. That will be our focus area as well going forward.
In fact, what's your current monthly or annual transaction volume, and what are the growth rates that you're estimating and seeing, and what are the growth rates that you're projecting?
So our growth rates are obviously very, very high because we just started our company a year back. So denominators being very, very low, the growth numbers will not make a lot of sense. But I would say there are two milestones which we have. As I said, one is to hit 1 million credit cards in the next 2 years. And second is to touch profitability in the next 2 years as well as we hit 1 million. Those are our two key metrics which we are tracking.
Anup, now, how do you differentiate Kiwi from other fintech players in Southeast Asia and India, and what's going to be your competitive edge?
We are India-focused company, and our focus is, as I said, we are the only company right now who has a single focus of driving adoption of credit on UPI. I don't think so anybody else right now is leading the company with this particular vision. And I think vision differentiates what a company can achieve. We believe that credit on UPI will be a very, very large market. Just to give you a perspective, credit card on UPI was 0 2 years back. Today, 18,000 crores get spent on credit card on UPI. So we believe it will touch about 1 lakh crores of monthly spends in the foreseeable future, which is about 3 to 5 years. And we are very, very bullish on this particular category. And we want to be a category leader in this particular segment. And that will be our focus area.
Right. So you want to be a category leader in the credit card on UPI space. But Anup, do walk us through your financials. Are you profitable as a company? If not, then is there a clear path to profitability that you've chalked out?
Yes. As I mentioned, right now, obviously, we just started back a year back. We intend to be profitable in next 2 years. That's our goal we are working towards. So that's on the profitability front.
Right. So next 2 years essentially is when you're looking at achieving profitability for the company. But would you be looking at additional funds given the fact that you want to grow this credit card on UPI space? That's essentially the space where you look at growing in. Are you considering future fundraising?
I don't think so. I have a clear visibility on that particular question. I think that will be a question which will get answered in the next 1 year or so. Our target primarily would be that we should get to a position of strength, which will be profitability. If we achieve that, then that question will be taken up. I think we will get more clarity in another year. Right now, we won't know this for sure.
Right, so at least you'll at least be waiting for about a year or so to get clarity on that. But can you walk us through your go-to-market strategy going forward, and what essentially are the goals that you're looking at over the next 2 years?
So today, if you look at credit card on UPI, the education or the understanding about the product is extremely low. About 15% of the credit carded users have adopted to credit card on UPI, while pretty much 100% uses UPI. Just by sheer education, we are able to grow where we are today. And we think that just the sheer education to consumers about what are the benefits of credit card on UPI, this itself will pave a very, very strong foundation for Kiwi in terms of growth. And that is what we are focusing on. Just creating enough amount of education for users of what the product is all about.
All right. Thank you very much on that note, Anup, for joining us and taking the time out and speaking to us here on ET Now. We wish you all the very best and congratulations once again for the fundraise that you have gotten.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, time now for us to switch our focus and take a look at what else is happening in the world of technology and startups. Well, for a summit known for heavy talks on geopolitics, trade and security, robos at SCO Summit added the spark. In fact, at the SCO Summit in China's Tianjin, a humanoid robo provided multilingual support and guiding journalists has drawn attention. In fact, it's all over the internet. The robo was equipped with real-time information processing and protocol-compliant interaction features. In fact, the summit was set to highlight innovation in technology as well. In fact, Times Network's Swati Joshi filed this report at the SEO Summit. She's covering the SEO Summit. So let's take a look at the kind of technological innovations that Swati managed to interact with at that SEO Summit in Tianjin, China.
There's a lot happening on the